After camera, after camera, after camera. All right, double check that.
Yeah, Con.
Test it, test it. All right. Good with life. Yeah. All right, Shalom. We'll start off with giving all glory, honor, and praises to Allah, Hashem, Al-Dai, Hashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the brothers that teach us truth and sincerity. Shalom to the whole of the back. One third. Give us Toronto back again. Prophesying the downfall of the wicked people. God the great. We're in so exciting times. The prophecy is pretty much like ripping off a page, ripping off a page, popping up. Okay, wars in the air, war with Iran, the stuff that we've been telling you about, started with our apostles and elders on down, decades. Okay, it's finally happening. Okay, America's about to put themselves in a war that they can't get out of. Amalek is forcing their hand. Amalek's trying to play the devil now and say, "Oh, we're back in America." We're just trying to back America. America, you know, they're not operating for it. They're operating under the influence of America. It's the other way around.
Yeah. People already figured it out.
Yeah, and so that's why they're on camera, on video now, saying it's the other way around, trying to control the narrative. You know what I mean? That's not the case. We know what's going on, man. All right.
It's Jeremiah 49, verse 30.
Everybody move in there. Move in.
Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 20. And it says, "Hear the counsel of the Lord that he had taken against Edom, and his purposes that he had proposed against the inhabitants."
Only the elect is going to hear the counsel of the Lord. All right. And this is the will of the Heavenly Father. Okay, go ahead.
And it says, "Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely
Who's the least of the flock? It's Amalek, right? Tiny hats, the Israelites, the Israels. Okay, those guys. Those are the least of the flock, man. All right, and they're gonna draw out who? They're gonna draw out this Third World War to bring in Russia, China, and Iran. They're going toe to toe with Iran right now. Seems like a proxy, but Iran is a faction, man. Okay. You don't know what Iran got up in there in them bunkers, man. Okay, here it is, all this time. You know, oh, Iran has weapons, WMDs. You know, we want to put a stop to their nuclear program, right? For energy, but then on the longer, they could have been building nukes. They could have got the blueprint from Russia, man. That's why Esau ain't really do too. He had a little bombing and little things here and there. That ain't shit. You know, because they know if you step on their toes for real, they're gonna send some shit out, man. Okay, you can't let the weak say I'm strong, man. That's in Joel 3. Okay, what?
it says, "Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them."
Yeah.
Well, no, to just say that Iran is a major player in prophecy. And essentially, with countries such as Russia's going to be a part on countries like Iran, right? So you have other players like Persia, Ethiopia, Libya. Russia's going to get part onto these other nations, right? So America is essentially very, very weak because they have taken on that mindset of Asia where they spread themselves very thin. A good example of that recently was they had like this particular weaponry, but they had to take it from South Korea and basically place it to take care of the situation in the state of Israel, right? So you see that America is essentially stretching themselves very thin, making themselves, very, very weak, right? And they don't want that single together interest, especially in Russia and China. It's not like it's only Iran that they're dealing with, right? What about what the other nations deal with, right? That's right. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, you're done? Oh, okay. Isaiah 2 and 4, it says, and he shall judge among the nations and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning beds. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall lift up sword. What I wanted was one they're taking their other way around.
Yeah.
You know what draw 3, yeah, that's what I want, but you're gonna get it. But because the elder mentioned Iran with they might have stuff that revolution will know, and yeah, because they know war's coming, so they're making their own preparations, right, in secret, right, with Russia and their allies. And the thing with Esau is his pride. He thinks he knows everything, but you actually don't. Pride blinds you. So you think that you have Iran doesn't have this, Iran doesn't have that. Meanwhile, they actually have those things, right?
Yeah, well, they're being quiet.
Exactly.
They're just reacting, okay, and they're bracing the storm.
Yeah.
Because like they've been preparing for this for decades. Man.
Yeah.
Okay. They've been preparing for this since Alexander's you call it war conquest. Because Alexander tried to go all the way over there, man.
Yeah.
And yeah, he was met with a lot of resistance. So they've been plotting since then, right? Since when the Greeks came and overthrew the certain areas that they got, so the land of Greek, Turkey, obviously the land of Israel, that region, there's Asia Minor, right?
Right.
So the Greeks were able to get Asia Minor from the Persian Empire, but they weren't able to get the whole Persian Empire. Okay, and then the pride filled up, and they said, you know what, we're gonna go in and try and take that empire, the whole thing. They wanted the whole thing, and they were met with resistance. You see what I'm saying?
Wow.
So they've been preparing since those times, man. And they went into Iran. They were able to go all the way into Iran, but like they said, they were met with the terrain, the mountains. Okay, so when Iran decided to make this their land, they realized, oh, this is like a fortress. We live in a fortress.
Yeah,
we're protected here. Anybody that would try and do a ground military invasion, you're fucked. And then, so for them to realize that and then start building the weaponry and all that, you see what I'm saying? You got to get that scripture. Let the weak say I'm strong. Let's get that quick, man.
same with Israel situation.
Right.
So, yeah.
Right.
That's why they were resist the Romans
Right.
for so long. They weren't one of a lot of Israelites that was
Right.
in that siege.
Yeah, because you have high ground. You're able to look down on your enemies and
With some stones.
throw some stones, some rock stones.
Advantage.
You know what I mean? Some Benjamin penalty with some rock stones, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some Gadite arrows, you know what I'm saying? You feel me?
It's easier to shoot down than it is to shoot up.
Yeah, man. And Manasseh got them hands. If you really got to do some grounding, you know what I mean? Some ground invasions, you know what I'm saying? I mean, all the tribes can get down, man. Don't get it twisted. It's true. You know what I'm saying?
Some are more specialists.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Teach Judah the use of the bow, man. They have to teach Judah the use of the bow. Judah, you know what I'm saying? Judah had other abilities, right? Judah wanted to jump high and shit. You know what I'm saying? Judah want to jump high and, maybe do some fly kicks from here. You know what I'm saying? That's Judah style. You know what I'm saying? There ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Like Zebulon, I think Zebulon was named as Judah. Is it similar or not? Because they listen,
We can get it. Yeah, we can
get that. Yeah.
Let's get this first, though, and then we get into that.
This is Joel chapter 3, verse 9, and it says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat your plowshare,
Prepare, right? It said prepare. Read that again.
Okay, it says Joel 3, verse 9, and it says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war.
Exactly. That's what Iran's been doing, okay, for centuries, right? Okay, now this is not us on Iran's side. We're just keeping it real, man. We're objective to the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? We're not on nobody's side, man. We're on the side of the Hamas and Al Shine, the Israelite, the elect of Israel. We're for our people, our nation. Okay? No, we're not on that. But we're reporters. We're news reporters. We're reporting on the situation. But we're for our people, the 12 tribes of Israel. Man. That's it. Why? Because it's for the controversy of Zion. All of this stuff that's going on is because of the controversy of Zion. Man. All right.
I gotta also.
Just quick, yeah.
And it says, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up.
Prepare war. Exactly. Go ahead, mighty men.
And it says, beat your plowshares into swords,
Hmm?
and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say I'm strong.
That's right.
So essentially, because plowshares those are agricultural tools. So now the Lord is taking the kings of other nations and taking them to have a mindset of war as opposed to investing in farming tools. It's not about farming. If farming is to take care of your family, your children, and so on and so on. They're not in that mindset anymore. And that proves the precept we just bring out that the people of the land are not the real people. Because if the people in the land are literally the real people, there'll be peace on earth.
Right? Right. And then just to say, a lot of these countries that are prepared for war, everybody's in that martyrdom down spirit, so they're prepared to die. They don't want the beast. They don't want Satan taking over their land. You saw Edom show power and taking over their land, spreading democracy. They rather die where they can receive all of that stuff. Right? Okay? You people here in the West, you people are not ready to die. You guys are not ready to die for what you believe in. You people are not ready to die for the paganism and all that shit that you take part in, man. Okay, the LG, you guys are not ready to die for that. You know what I'm saying? They're not. Yeah, you guys are not ready to die for that.
Let's even say that. Let's even say that the mighty men of Babylon fight.
Exactly.
Right? So that's what you're saying.
Yeah, man. You people are not ready to die for your freedoms, so to speak.
Yeah, sure, you're in the pandemic too.
Yeah, the people in the East, man, they're ready to die for their freedom. They can give a fuck. They see bombs dropping all the time and whatever, families taken away from them. Like, I ain't got nothing to live for. Fuck it.
Hard times create strong men.
Exactly. So it's like, that's nothing to be. They're not shell shocked anymore. Focus after them, man. They're ready to go, man. And there really is the spirit of the Lord that's stirring up these nations, man. All right.
That was
Go ahead, Adel. Okay.
Yeah, I got this is Ezekiel 25 and because you mentioned the controversy of
Zion.
Zion, right? This is Ezekiel 25 and 12. Thus saith the Lord power, which is Yahweh, because of that Edom hath dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and hath greatly offended, and revenged himself upon them. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, I will also stretch out mine hand upon Edom, and will cut off man and beast from it, and I will make it desolate from Teman, and they of Dedan shall fall by the sword. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel. Yeah, I shall do in Edom according to my anger, according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, saith the Lord.
That's right. And how are we going to be able to get on the level to judge these Edomites? The Lord has to give us the spiritual power, man. We have to get the new bodies. Okay? Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. Right? The Lord has to transform us. Right? Okay? So where nothing can, our skin being impenetrable. And we're not gonna have no fucking weakness. I'm gonna have no crypto. Get this,
Arthritis.
Yeah, white woman. Yeah, it's gonna be your weakness.
Yeah, good God.
Fuck that shit, man.
That's like a modern day story about King Kong and from 1900.
Yeah.
It was like no voice.
Yeah.
The King Kong is mushing everything up. So that no button.
Yeah.
It's like all pop.
Yeah. That's good job. That was job, man. That the so-called white woman says the princess of the earth. Did that with the Hulk too? Can do no wrong. Yeah.
Hulk could just lose himself, start getting small and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. Shrivel up. What the hell, man? Right?
I got the one that was First Chronicles 12 and It's talking about Zebulun. It says, of Zebulun, such as went forth to battle, expert in war, with all instruments of war.
Yeah, Zebulon is not fucking around. Eh? MS-13,
You know,
those guys will chop you up and cut you up and do some shit, man. So imagine what they were doing in the ancient world, man. Getting down, bro.
all instruments.
You know, all instruments. So they, you know, they're getting down, bro. They don't care. You know? Hondurans, man.
Yeah.
Those guys are crazy.
Yeah.
It's like the murder cap of the world, man. They say. It's like one of the top 10 on Honduras. You know?
And that shows you that we're not together, we're out of order, because that energy of war, we should be doing it to our enemies.
Right.
Not to
Right.
each other.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, the wicked ass Zebulonites, you know, you're pressing your own land, man.
Yeah.
You know, you wicked ass Benjamin, you know? Benjamin's so stupid, man. They get robbed their own. Benjamin robs the poor.
Yep.
Here it is, you're poor, but you're gonna rob the poor.
And leave Andrew Holness' house on the
Yeah,
hill.
yeah. Benjamin, man, you got a lot. That's why the Lord almost fucking wiped you out too, man. Your hard head, your hard ears, whatever you want to call it.
Wicked.
Stubborn as hell. Wicked, man. You know? That was it on that?
Yeah, that was it. Just
Just we grab this as well. 2 Samuel 1:18. Back you up. Also, he bade them teach the children of Judah use of the bow. Bow is written in the book of Joshua, right? But pretty much, man, our people had to know war, man. The Lord is a man of war.
that's right.
Okay, so war shouldn't be a thing, a surprise for us, man. We're in the midst of a war right now, a spiritual war.
Yeah.
From the time the devil took us and brought us here, you know, our foreparents, we're prisoners of war, man.
Yeah.
All throughout the earth, where Israelite is, where our Israelites are scattered, they're prisoners of war. Okay, all these now, you know, in America, Southern Kingdom, maybe Northern Kingdom, you know, they're all confused, they're bugged out. Oh, I'm not African American. I'm native to America. I'm indigenous. Okay, nigga, but you still fucking a slave under the Esau society. So what the fuck now? Okay, because you're so. What it's really coming down to is that they have so much pride that they don't want to accept that their forefathers came in here on slave ships. Right?
Yeah.
They don't want to accept that.
Yep.
So now they want to deny it and erase it and act like it never happened. Oh, I'm not a slave. I think you did. Oh, it was a free man, whatever. Some of us were free. But who the fuck is ruling though? Nigga? Then are you really free?
Yeah.
Whose rules is it? That's what I want to know.
Just show you lost the war, whatever happened.
Whatever, yeah, you lost the war. Oh, you were a free man, okay, but you lost the fucking war, my nigga. So I don't want to hear that shit. Okay, what have you done for your people? You finding out that you're indigenous to America, what have you done?
What can you do?
What can you do? Other than operate in the confines of Esau's laws and system. That's it. That's all you can fucking do. Okay? You're not sovereign. You may get a little bit of benefits. You know, if you change your status to be a native, whatever, you may get some benefits and stuff like that. Okay, whatever. You know, live tax free, whatever the case is, whatever. But what the fuck is that doing for your people as a whole, man? Okay?
You seen them there now, them and gotta going at it.
Exactly.
Right?
And that guy's set up too. Where did he pop up out of? That guy's set up. He's an agent, bro.
Yeah, kind of.
He's set up because there's no way. All of a sudden, Gad, you're on the reserves. I don't really see Gad like that. Videos like that. All of a sudden, they found a guy that's on it. I'm not saying it can't be.
Yeah.
But Gad's not coming at Esau either.
Exactly.
Esau been saying, you know, Esau the chiefs.
Right.
One building.
Yeah, you're not coming at East. That's what I'm saying. You're a sellout. You're a sellout tomahawk, my guy. I don't want to hear it from you either.
It was pretty much him coming against the other tribes because they're the tribes of you know, Seminole Indian,
Yeah.
right, Reuben and all that
Yeah.
stuff, right? So they come and say, oh, we're the you know, we're those people that the Indians,
Yeah.
and then he's coming out and say, oh, like everyone wants to be us and all. I'm like, yo, bro, just chill out.
Yeah. But he's set up though.
Yeah,
I already read through that. I saw it.
Fine.
I'm like, because he's lighter, whatever.
Yeah.
Skin,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Whatever. And I was like, bro, you're set up because you're not getting at Esau.
Yeah.
So now you want to do a tribal war. So that's all backed by Esau.
Fine.
Esau's funding all of that. He wants the division because he sees what we're doing right now, bringing the tribes together. Okay,
Fine.
and this is not a thing about skin color. Man.
And he also sees that those tribes, especially Gad, they're not really warring each other like that. How Jake and Judah, Benjamin, Levi are warring each other. Even you got like other kingdoms like Issachar.
Well, yeah, where do you see
Yeah.
Ephraim
Yeah,
against Judah? You see
Yeah.
that more, right?
yeah, exactly.
We're figuring Simeon against Levi, right? You see that. We don't even see God have war with
Nobody, really.
with nobody, none of the tribes really. So then he wants to stir it all up,
Exactly.
you know?
Look at what these black guys say.
Yeah.
They're Native Indians. Right? Go and get it.
Yeah.
All it is.
But it's truth to it. We're not denying that. You get what I'm trying to say? There's some truth to that. There is truth to it. I'm not saying some. If you claim you are, you are. I'm not arguing.
Yeah, but
You know what I'm saying?
the Lord is the one who's gonna like give us our tribe.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
know?
true. That's true.
Lord's gonna give us our tribe, and it's because we really don't know what tribe we are.
Yeah,
And we can come back in different tribes.
And it's happened.
You know what I'm saying? It's happened in the Bible.
It's a spiritual thing. Like,
Yeah.
if they're wrestling with that tribe, maybe that's them.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Those are guys.
Yeah. I'm not gonna argue
You
it.
know?
I'm not gonna argue it. But what is that doing for you? What does that have to do with salvation?
Right.
What does that have to do with getting under this devil, man? Has nothing to do with that.
Yeah, because they're not really trying to get an army, not carnal. They're not trying to come together and say, "Oh, let's get an army and run up in the White House or whatever."
Yeah.
There's
No,
nothing.
shit.
Or it's make us an independent nation.
Yeah,
Right. All you're doing
which
is
is all off, but you know what I'm saying.
all you're doing is coming up with knowledge, sounding smart, going on TikTok lives and debating your cause. Really, that's it. And you go through the books and the maps and all this stuff. Whatever you're doing, or even some of you guys are bugged out because a lot of you are saying, "Oh, the land of Israel is here in America." And all this bugged out shit. So you guys are bugged out anyway. Some of what you're saying is right, but you guys are bugged out. Let's get the scripture.
I just have one really simple.
Yeah.
This is Proverbs 6:16, and it says, "These 6 things that the Lord Yahweh gave, even the 7th foundation unto him, a proud look, defiant tongue, hands that shed innocent blood, and a heart that devises wicked imaginations, feet that be swift to running into mischief, false witnesses, a false witness that speaks lies, and he that soweth discord among brethren." So I wanted to just hit that real quick because he sowed discord amongst the tribes.
Yeah.
Because we understand, how we're shy there's a coming together of the tribe. Because we haven't been together like this ever since the days of King
Yeah.
Solomon.
Yeah, that wicked Gadite, he seen the Jake on the horse, and he started laughing. He's like scoffing at the Jake on the horse.
Yeah.
But Jake can ride horse.
Like, what
You know what I'm saying?
we to the Cowboys.
They're the original cowboys.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So come on, man.
So he pretty much going under the same banner as Esau making fun of him.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's the thing.
Oh, yeah. And then he's no different than treating the sheep as well.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So we already see
They
that.
need to go, man.
Yeah, the only people that need to be talking is the Israelites,
That's
man.
it.
That Shivas on down. And
That's it.
idiots. You know what I'm saying?
You don't even know that point of your saying. You don't even know Esau didn't want to call himself a cowboy because Jake was called a original cowboy. He
Yeah.
called himself a cowboy.
That's derogatory.
Yeah, to be cowboy, it was the argument.
yeah.
But now Esau is the cowboy. Cowboy.
And how they put a manly
Yeah.
spin on it when you watch those shows like
Yellowstone?
Yellowstone.
Yeah. I just know one man.
cowboy. Send them up to Texas to train to be a cowboy. You know what I'm saying?
Esau, man,
Yeah, anyways.
teach Judah the use of the bow. Jake is Judah is a better gunslinger than Esau, man.
100%.
It's just that's not his blessing.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Alright.
Who's the best sniper is gonna be Jake, man.
Yeah.
All Jake. Gad is a sniper too, eh? Open the Jake, because that's a bow, right?
Yeah.
The gun is a bow now.
Yeah.
Get a gun. Remember they just caught that little you?
Yeah.
That whatever that you that was on the run. He's charging two bodies. The Gadite.
Oh,
Look
God.
at Kate.
From Edmonton?
Yeah, from Edmonton. You know what I'm saying? I'm not bringing that up.
Take out
Two guys out here, whatever.
Yeah.
But Gad gets down, man. They just caught him in Edmonton or whatever.
No, dude, back to what you were saying. What happened when Esau first came here into the Americas? They're killing Esau
Yep.
at first.
Yeah.
At first. But then they got the upper hand because
They built a faster gun.
yeah.
It's that too, and plus, even that gun wasn't even enough. It's just they went against the treaty.
Yeah.
They're
That
like,
too.
oh, they lost the war.
Yeah, they killed them when they were. That's what Esau does.
Yeah.
He makes a treaty, and then while the treaty's happening, slow
yeah.
your shit down. You lower your
And he did it multiple times.
Yes.
Yes. These niggas don't learn, man.
No.
That's the Lord was had a hand.
Yeah, and he even did it amongst even in Iran when they're trying to do talks with Iran.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Get it there too.
Yeah.
That's Esau MO.
Yeah.
Gotta get that. That's a rock.
Yeah.
Bro, go ahead.
More was in his heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but keep you got.
Get it. What's it?
Whereas heart.
Yeah, I think get that in the sound off.
Never trust that guy.
Yeah.
Okay. But you get. Let me grab this quick. Isaiah 9 and 21. You know what you hold. You hold it? 37. Okay. If you know it, then get it. Isaiah 9 and 21. Manasseh, Ephraim, and Manasseh, and they together shall be against Judah. And really Ephraim, that's what they go represent all the tribes. That's right. And Ephraim and Manasseh, they're close too. You know what I'm saying? In the spirit. And they together shall be against Judah. All this, his anger is not turned away. And his hand is stretched out still. So it's still on prophecy that the tribes are kind of against each other. You know what I mean? So what we're doing is something different. Breaking the curses.
Yeah.
I guess it's the spirit that you have.
Because, to say this, the Lord said he's going to close out that breach.
Yeah.
Right? King David is going to do that.
Yes.
I got something. This is since we're talking about Esau and how treacherous he is, the cutthroat. This is Psalm 55 and 21. The word of his mouth was smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His word was softer than oil, yet they were drawn straight. Because that's what you're saying. What happened? They had the talks with Iran. They were talking with Trump and Iran's government, and Iran said, "We'll give you our uranium." Like they said, "Okay, we'll give our uranium. Go war." And then what happened? Right that same day, the Americans bombed them. Yep. The same day, and the Brits found out, and they're like, "What the fuck? Like, you're telling me because you're telling me they were willing to give you all the uranium which they need to make nuclear weapons, and you guys still bomb them anyways?" There's a lot of things that they also wanted to have that list. Yes, of course.
Oh yeah. They wanted that. Yeah.
They want a list to go, but as soon as the war comes down, that list is gonna come back. Exactly.
Because these are your leaders. Your leaders, your government leaders are all pedophiles.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I see a lot of guys who voted for Republican.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I see a lot of guys who voted for Republican. I see a lot of them turning their on people and all that stuff. Man. Yeah. You guys say, "Oh, I don't want to fight the 100 years. I don't want to be about." Right. So a lot of them are fires.
Yeah.
Because only even the flag.
Yeah. See, there's a lot of bases in the U.S. military.
That's right.
And they're doing a lot of the rituals. They're taking part in the rituals. That's why they're like the commanders and telling people what to do. And go here, go there, get out, right? But they're actually taking part in those rituals. And they're pretty much groupers. So they want to see who's going to be down for the cause.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
That's right.
Because they have to have people in the military. That's part of the Illuminati.
Yeah, that's part of it. Because they have to manage it.
Yeah, to manage.
Yeah, manage that area.
It's not that it's infiltrated. It's not infiltrated. It's set up that way.
Yeah.
You get what I'm trying to say? It's just that you, as a peon, as a normie, you think, "Oh, I'm just gonna join the military. They're gonna pay for my schooling.
Yeah.
And whatever. I might learn how to bust some guns. I get to travel the world." Right? That's what you think you're going to do, but you're going to have to go to war in the Middle East. Okay?
They're talking about that. They were talking about the war going in the Middle East. They're talking about in the Americas. They're saying women are going to be drafted into the war.
Yep.
So women are not going to be able to escape with this whole "I'm a woman" shit. Right? Men are going to war. I'm a lady. I'm not just going. No, you're going to war too, bitch. Going to war too. You guys were living. That's those in the scriptures. You careless dogs living carelessly. Right? Now you're going to fucking war. You're gonna die. You're not coming back. Yeah, none of you are coming back. Yeah, none of you, men or women, you're not coming back. That's why the scripture says, the women shall mourn not having a groom. Yeah. Right, and vice versa. Because Esau doesn't care. Like that will say, this is his war machine. He doesn't give a fuck about you. He needs flesh, right? He needs bodies. His daddy Amalek. Yeah, I used to think like yes, the NATO pushes. The beast pushes the whore, but also, man, Amalek was pushing the beast, man. The whore, sorry, Slovakia, yeah, the whore. I got that 12 and 10. Yeah,
Hold that. Okay. Let's get Ezekiel 37.
Kidding. Ezekiel chapter 37.
Come on. You guys.
Yeah. It's like carbon punches.
Yeah, I know,
I read the spirit.
Yeah,
I read the spirit, man.
they're holding hands over there, right? So
They're gonna get what's coming to them.
Yeah. They see real men, they had no choice.
Yeah.
that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Separate themselves.
The testosterone,
Yep.
they were choosing basically.
Right, that's so funny.
Even though they want a carpet punch.
You look from that side, look from this side.
You see what I'm saying? Go ahead, brother.
Ezekiel chapter 37.
That's crazy how we just read the spirit too, man.
All of us.
I didn't see that they were holding hands, you know?
They're across it over here.
I didn't even notice that. Wow.
What if we separate between us right here?
And then she's smiling and shit. What? This is war time, like we're on war mode right now. But they can sense that off us. What? Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, this is Ezekiel chapter 37. Sort of verse 7, and it says, "So I prophesied and I was commanded, and I prophesied, and there was a noise, and behold, a great shaking, and the bones came together, bone of his bone, and beheld, and lo, the sinews and the flesh came upon them, and the skin covered them. There was no breath in them." So they're standing. So then he said unto me, "Prophesy unto the wind, son of man, say unto the wind, thus saith the Lord Yahweh. Come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe upon these slain that they may live." So I prophesied and commanded, and the breath came into them, and they lived and stood upon their feet, exceeding a great submerging army.
So, we know what that's going into, but this guy at work told me, because, he's so confident to read the Bible, that, that my Christianity. They're talking about this is Christian. This is Christian getting risen up.
Well,
I get my mouth shut.
Technically, he's right though.
Technically,
What do you mean by Christians though?
yeah,
Yeah,
but you know what?
I know. That's what I would say to it. What do you mean though? What do you mean?
I'm not even gonna go there with.
Yeah.
Like, oh, cool.
I'm not even on that level.
Read the 11th verse, the back of that, it says, "And he said unto me, Son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel. Behold, they say, our bones are dried up, and our hope is lost. We are cut up from our parts." Right?
You can't get over that. Yeah, you can't get around it. It's right there. The answer is right there. But you still fucked in your mind, and you still think that it's just the book is for Christians. So called. Yeah.
Verse 15, and it says, "And the word of the Lord came again unto me, saying, Moreover, Son of man, take thee one stick and write upon it for the
Land right there, the flag. And we wrote down the identities of our people outside of, inspiration for good. We have that.
Right? And it says, for Judah and the children of Israel and his companions, and take another stick.
Judah and his companions. That's the southern kingdom. Right? Judah, Benjamin, Levi. Okay? Go ahead.
And it
Even
says,
within these tribes, there's war. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it doesn't even matter. You niggas, man, it doesn't matter. Okay, southern kingdom is northern kingdom. You niggas are all gonna find a way to beat. You're no different than Esau. Man. You're the father of your devil. Because Esau, he'll beef within his own people. Man.
That's what we're seeing right now.
Exactly. And the thing is, he was always gonna beef with his own people. But he realized there was a common enemy, us,
Yeah.
we were weak, and he had to take us down. So they had to join together. But you don't think they were warring for America? The French, the Spanish, the British.
Yeah.
They were warring for the Americas, man. The Portuguese.
Yeah.
Right? They were warring with each other for resources, man. But they knew that to keep you niggas down,
You have to come together.
but they had to come together, man. They had to make treaties amongst themselves. Like, all right, you can get this plot of land. Okay, we'll get this, that.
And they're still fighting for the so-called South.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Look at what they were fighting like so-called. Look at the land now.
You go to Africa, you don't think the British and the French are warring over territorial area?
They just kicked them out. Just recently kicked them out.
Dutch and the Belgium fucking guys, man. They gotta pay for a lot of
Now
shit.
the Guinea, hold on again. Burkina Faso, yeah, Burkina Faso, the French still over there.
Yeah.
They kicked some of them out in certain areas.
Yep,
Niger.
and they're still pissed.
Yeah.
How dare you kick us out?
Yeah.
Yeah, they want to make an example of that nigga.
Yep,
Oh yeah.
But it's kind of backed by Russia.
yeah. They want,
But they
want
wanna
to catch
know.
them slipping.
You're gonna catch them slipping
Yeah.
somehow. You're not gonna be able to do that for long, buddy.
You know, the same thing with the guy before him 14 years. 14 years ago.
Yeah.
Thomas. Yeah.
Already made his own people come against them.
But all it takes is one.
Let's say it. One infiltrator. Well, one Judas.
Because who else is gonna rise up in your stead with the same passion that you had? It's gonna be very rare to find somebody that's gonna want to do that.
That's right.
People just want to play ball and peace.
Yeah.
If everybody gets, if the government gets
Yeah.
paid off,
Yeah.
Then-
For the people.
fuck the people, right? You get what I'm trying to say?
That's right.
So another quick example of that discord between the tribes. So a good example of recently was the Super Bowl. Because last year we had right. So we had that funny. There's a lot of like so-called like Southern Kingdom tribes. They were saying, "Oh, that Bunny was terrible."
Esau. Started with Esau.
It really started with Esau.
They want to kill Rock to him. Trash, kill Rock was trash song. You know that bad Bunny guy, he has a homo spirit on him anyway.
Yeah,
What do I
yeah.
say?
No, he's been kissing with men.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a straight up.
Fuck them. All these tribes all did good for entertaining. So get him out of here.
That's it. Even Esau, Esau tired of your entertainment now. He's
Yeah.
tired of your shit.
And he can't do better because he just sucks.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He said, you're a loser.
And even Bad Bunny, real quick, what you're saying. He also used Bad Bunny because of what's going on with ICE. He did that purposely to get these nations something. Oh, we're gonna put back because if they put Jake guy, it would have been a problem. It would have been a problem. You're already pressing on the Northern Kingdom like that, and then on top of for the one thing everyone waits the Super Bowl, they get Northern Kingdom, Southern Kingdom back,
Yeah.
right? So they had to give Bad Bunny to kind of like calm them down. 'Cause
Yeah,
they would have
that's just a comment now.
calm them down because they would have started
Yeah.
killing. Because we were just talking about it.
Yeah,
Zebulon, they would have started doing shit because they're already being pressed on already.
That's a fine.
Yeah, Esau knows how to,
Yeah,
and he rise you up and then,
psychology.
yeah.
He's studying,
Yeah.
he's studying Jake for years, man. For thousands, for hundreds of years.
Yeah.
So you know you niggas react.
Yeah.
You know?
Psychology, though. That's why he loves psychology. When he was Willie Lynch, was his guy's name?
Yeah.
He said, once you don't destroy the body, destroy the mind. Keep the body and destroy the mind. If you have
Until he got destroyed,
yeah, exactly.
right? You put a yoke of iron
Yeah.
around thy neck
Yeah.
until he got destroyed.
Destroyed.
Yeah.
Destroyed, man.
Yeah.
It's fine, man.
You go to the islands. Go to the islands, look at the bleaching.
Bleaching.
Self-destruction.
Bleaching.
Look at the bleaching.
But yet,
Self-destruction.
Esau's tanning.
Yeah.
Esau wants your skin, but you guys are bleaching your skin. Please.
Hey, the few words. Read to 19.
Ezekiel 37, verse 16, continuing on, and it says, "And take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel, his companions, and join them one to another."
Also, you know, Northern Kingdom. All right. Okay. There was a split during the time of King Solomon. Okay. That's what happened. Vision. Judah was looking at the Northern Kingdom, and they were beefing, but the Northern Kingdom was doing wickedness, man.
That's right.
Okay? And the Judah had enough of that. The kingdom of Judah had enough of that shit, man. Okay? Go ahead, go.
It says, "And join them one to another into one stick, and they shall become one in thine hand."
Yeah, but that was the time of the reunification, man, of our people. Okay, we're stronger together, man. Through the spirit, this is what's happening. We're being gathered through the spirit. We're all being gathered through the spirit. Okay? The Israelite foreigners are being gathered through the spirit. Okay? There's gonna be Israelites that are gonna be in certain land masses like China that are gonna get beamed up, man. There can't be a camp in China. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. There can't be a camp in China being based off of the laws. Right? Certain countries you can't have you can't do what we're doing right now. And this free country that we were able to,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you seen them trying to take that away slowly because
Right, right.
see this cop pull up on a woman's. in front
Oh
of
yeah,
her
yeah,
house.
I was,
So hey, you posted this on social media.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Slowly coming to an end.
Yeah.
Man. So
It's slowly
another
coming to
word.
the end, but even for us, we know how to speak in code,
That's right.
so they don't really know how to get us like that.
You have to go back and get old videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to go get old videos or use the AI or whatever.
Most of the time, they already chop those videos off the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or not, but I was meditating on that too because
Yeah.
he saw what I was thinking. You know, I said I wanted to do a video, but it doesn't even matter. I'm just gonna put it in the spirit, put it out there in the spirit, man. I believe Esau is gathering like AI intelligence, downloading all the videos that are with us, harvesting it in the cloud
Yeah.
or at data centers, and he's making his own AI out of it.
Yeah. All the things that we
See what
said.
I'm saying?
Just like Nero
Oh, yeah,
down.
right.
He's gonna come with that sense.
Right?
Yeah.
So they're gonna be able to know our spirit, know what we talk about, and then be able to know how to remember it. Scripture says they shall even deceive the very elect,
Yeah, that's right.
or try to, right? Corrupt the spirit.
Yeah,
So how are they gonna be able to do that? They gotta know everything we talk about.
Yeah.
Right? And so they can use the AI to be like, oh, well, how can we catch them slipping with something and they'll believe it?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
It's very convincing.
Because they have decades of pretty much video that they archived, right, in the cloud or in the data centers that they took from us. See what I'm saying? So we can't be ignorant of these of Satan's devices, right? You know. Finish up that. We are 18.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep going.
It says Ezekiel 37, verse 18, and it said, when the children of thy people shall speak unto thee, saying, wilt thou not show us what thou meanest by these? And say unto them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim and the tribes of his fellows, and will put them with him, even with the stick of Judah, and make me one stick, and they shall become one in my hand.
Right. Exactly. That's pretty much the point. You know what I mean? We're gonna become one. No? So let's get that in Sirach 12 and 10. Because the problem with our people is that they set this devil by them, right? They trusted in his ways, right? And they got caught up, right? They got caught up in the snare.
We're seeing it now with Aiden Ross and those guys too.
Yeah, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, you're seeing it with Aiden Ross and Vlad TV.
Yeah.
Adam 22,
Yeah.
right?
Vlad, yeah.
They get them pretty much one on their platform and put them on top on a
Yeah.
pedestal.
Yeah.
And now they're looking down Jay.
All Amalek.
Yeah.
Fucking this guy, what's this guy, Vlad, you know?
Yeah.
He's beefing Jay-Z or whatever. You know, Jay-Z paid me to not say anything about him. Like, oh, whatever, nigga. Who cares? Jay-Z's wicked, but who gives a fuck? Why, what's this bash against the people that made you rich? You came up off a nigga. That's it. That's Amalek MO. Let's come off of some niggas.
Yeah, the whole industry.
Yeah.
coming up and Nick.
Yeah.
Rap
Entertainment industry is a $1 billion industry, man. At least 100 billion.
more than that.
Probably, see?
Yeah.
Fuck. You know what I mean? So, and at the top is Amalek eating off all of that. You niggas getting little millions, little crumb millions.
Didn't put one work in.
You know, the little minions are getting little 6-figure salaries, whatever, little agents, whatever. Who gives a? Well, you're living good, better than some.
Yep.
But yeah, the top Amalek, billions, man. Multi-millions.
Yeah, Leo Cohen and all those
Yeah.
guys. This guy, you know, he didn't put, he never wrote one song,
Not once.
right? He got, you know, promoted DMX and all those guys, but all of those guys got exploited, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Remember he was on Breakfast. Was it Breakfast Club?
Yeah, checking Charlemagne's temperature,
Yeah.
and they didn't say nothing to him.
Nah, man. The only thing they question him is like, so why do you pretty much have us, have them rapping about all this negative stuff? Well, I was like, I gotta feed my family.
That's what he said.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
gotta feed this man off of the backs and blood off your niggas. man.
Yeah.
You don't see nothing wrong here. You don't see an enemy.
Yeah, they see a brother that looks like us.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
As a-
Yeah.
yeah.
Always
You
look
know what
up
I'm
and
saying?
down, man. When you,
Yeah.
when you go to certain neighborhoods, you get
Yeah. Yeah.
right, yo, where you from? Where you
from?
yo, just shut the fuck up, man.
Yeah.
Or sick for call the police on you.
That's Esau's block, nigga.
Yeah.
That's not your block, nigga. That's Esau's block.
I
So
don't know
called
what the
white
cops.
man's block.
I don't care.
Yeah, fuck them.
Because if Esau walked on the block, you wouldn't do it.
They're not saying nothing.
Not saying shit to Esau. Oh,
Here's a point. All those guys, when guys went to press Adam 22 and Gideon Ross and all those guys, that's just on the ministry level when we see on the entertainment industry. There was niggas behind him, man. Right? Protecting him.
Protecting master.
Yep. Go ahead.
So Sirach 12 and 10, it says, never trust thy enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness.
Yeah, that's making treaties with them. Right? Esau will make a treaty with you and then come back the same night and stab you in the back. Destroy your children. Right? Only an enemy will want your progeny and your generation destroyed. You know?
make it rap deals. Making rap deals with this devil, you know?
Yeah.
Nigga say, and then you sign the shit, and you don't even know what the fuck you signing.
Yeah.
The freaking thing is written in half Latin.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You can't read it because you're a nigga. You know what I mean?
And if in order for you to figure it out, you gotta pay Amalek.
Right.
Come and decode that.
You gotta pay Amalek to decode it, an Amalek lawyer that's on the side of the nigga.
Yeah.
Here it is. He already called that lawyer up. You thinking you're gonna get my lawyer? Go get my lawyer. But all the lawyers are in cahoots with each other, man. Especially if they're Amalek. There's a brotherhood of Amalek. Okay?
And they run the
Of
courthouse.
small hats. Okay, of tiny caps. You guys know what I'm talking about.
And even if you had Jake among the local lawyers, because Jake is so bought into his city system, if one of the like Amalek lawyers came, like this guy's the top guy, Jake, top guy in their firm, say, yo, you gotta cut that case. You can't take it as a
Yeah.
If we don't, we're gonna remove him.
That's
Right? So, okay, all right, cool.
Yeah. Don't ask, but they don't want you to ask no question.
Yeah.
They show you that in a movie with what's that guy? Tom Hanks? No, not Tom Hanks. Tom Cruise. Oh, The Firm. I don't know, brother. Watch that.
I haven't watched that one.
Yeah. They don't want you to ask no questions. They bugged the guy's house, bro. They bugged his house, bro. They knew every time he was getting it in with his woman, man. They were mad that he didn't have a family, that he didn't have kids.
Yeah,
Because,
More liability.
yeah, no.
really
They
nice.
wanted him to have kids because you control it, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Liability, yeah.
You're a liability. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a liability for Tom Cruise.
Yeah, have children.
Yeah, not the firm.
Yeah, no,
You're thinking about your children, your
Yeah.
wife, their
Yeah.
welfare,
And
For their
more
welfare.
leverage, yeah.
Right. They want leverage over you. See what I'm saying? So that's the same thing that will happen to you as a Jake in these firms that you made it, quote unquote. Certain shit you cannot do. Certain money gets involved. Hey, back up. There's certain things you can't cross in this world, man. You know, lobbyists and all type of shit. They show you that. Even in friggin' that other show. That's one. No. Sure, they show that too, but
Doesn't need it
this one has to do with drug trafficking, though. So Ozark.
Oh yeah.
His woman is out lobbying,
Yeah.
lobbying with different people. People getting their head wigged.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? Head split back. All type of crazy shit happen if you weren't following a certain protocol, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And this happens in Esau's world.
Yeah.
Remember those billionaire Jays over there that died at the beginning of COVID?
Yeah.
That's some big money thing we don't know nothing about. We don't know why they got smoked.
Even before the pandemic, too, there was a couple up in forget where they're from, but they got their heads
Split. You see what I'm saying, man?
That's 17.
There's certain rules.
Yeah, that was over the Moderna and
Yeah.
that was like before it popped off.
Yeah.
They were already beating over it.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. And then the son and the daughter couldn't say shit. They just took their cut.
That's it. Yeah. Don't go into business.
Yeah.
Money, whatever. I don't want no part.
Yeah, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking
But the Jesuits will get your ass, man. You gotta. This is an order. This is a fraternal order from the top on down, man. You gotta follow the protocol all the way to the end.
about. Shadow system.
Yeah, you don't know, man. You can't control, man.
Verse 11 it says, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst rightful cause. And thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. Right? Because when he humbles himself, you humble yourself to bring yourself low. You acted like you're very neat, you're very sincere person, right? And that's what Esau did especially when he went to God, right? He acted like, oh, we need your help. You know, we were in a trade. We're just honest people. We just want to exchange. Show us the land, right? And then they gave because God is, you know, how they are. They gave him the land. It's like, oh no, the land is free.
Yep.
You take that. We teach you how to hunt. We teach you how to do this. And when they waited, and they made their fucking move, right? Yeah. And they
Yeah,
killed them.
survived the winter, all type of shit.
Poisoned they gave him smallpox, right? They got him addicted to drugs, right? Gave him all this type of stuff.
They brought Esau to the barbecue.
Yeah,
They brought him to the powwow.
yeah.
Brought him to the powwow and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like, Esau running around, all like shit, and then
You know what he's plotting?
to your fucking food.
Exactly. It says, "Set him not by thee." And the problem why that happened is because our people, I think we talked about this last week, but they forgot who either they weren't really taking who their enemy was. Yeah. Right? They got weak. Yeah, they got weak. There's like, I don't know, I can't really say if they forgot about Esau at that time, but years passed by. They talked about the Edomites, right? They forgot the Edomites for their enemies. There's no even forgot.
Because Esau eased up on him a bit. You know what I'm saying? That's when they realized, oh yeah,
It's not that bad.
yeah, the Democrats changed their tone too.
Yeah.
You know?
The Democrats were that opposite.
Yeah.
Of what is so when the Republican is today, that was a Democrat. Yeah. Back then. They did switch up.
Yep. It was all witchcraft to fool you, Jake. So,
Yeah, with red and blue, man.
you know, yeah. So you got stuck. You got stuck. Because when you see the red and blue lights on these damn cop cars, it really puts you in a state of paralysis.
Yeah. Even if your shit is right, even if everything on
Good,
point.
yeah.
Yeah. You get nervous. You get, you know, your heart drop. Whee! All type of witchcraft noises. You know what I'm saying? Like certain frequencies bugging you out. You know what I'm saying?
Colorology. Yeah. He does. He knows what the certain colors. Yeah, it affects your brain. He knows what these enemies. I mean, I don't want to. Verse 12, it says, "Set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat."
Strength.
Yep.
The right hand represents strength. The dominant hand. Whatever dominant hand is dominant, that's what they represent. They don't set it. Well, don't teach them your strength. Don't let them know your weakness either.
Yeah, so Jake did it this one. Jake showed us now how to make liquor. Jake showed us how to
Whiskey. Now Esau loves whiskey.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Jake,
Yeah, and you think it's Esau's thing.
yeah, Esau running it. Remember Doug Ford? He's controlling who brings in the whiskey.
Yeah.
He's profiteering off of the fucking whiskey and whatnot.
God.
You know what I'm saying? He's drinking it and profiting off of it. You know what I'm saying? Man,
And that's Esau's MO. He always lets Jake goes and does something, and even other nations, but he let other nations do something, will come and take it and just say that he would take that identity and say, I was the one who basically was.
say like Esau wants to, you know, the so-called white man wants to say, oh, he was the Vikings.
Yeah.
Esau, you were not a fucking Viking, man.
What?
Yeah,
What-
that is
what?
Spartans.
Spartan and then you know,
They're mainly obsessed with the Vikings more than
and
the
Nordic,
Spartans.
what is it, Nordic?
With Nordic,
Yeah, Scandinavian.
yeah.
So that's not you.
Yeah.
You don't braid hair. Your hair is not braided.
And now this is what they're saying. They're saying, oh, that braided hair was just an add-on. They never used to braid their hair.
That's bullshit.
Like, we know what's going on here.
Exactly.
Yeah, we know what's going
Because
on. So they're fighting out.
culture, exactly. The culture is Jake has braided hair. You don't need to have braided hair, but who braided their hair was Jake.
Yeah.
Okay? You might go now and see a little Scandinavian Edomite looking woman. But some of them are Jake anyways.
Yeah.
Blonde hair, whatever. Bantu, whatever. They're there. But they'll have the braid, that one braid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That
Yeah.
one,
Or two.
yeah, or two, yeah, on the
That's
side.
it.
But I don't see Edomite women in this world, in the West,
Yeah.
do that over here.
You
In America and Canada.
With a Jake or when
Yeah.
they're about to go fight in the UFC, the braid.
Exactly.
And who do they go to? Jake. I braid their hair.
Exactly. That's the only time. And so on your everyday encounter, when you see an Edomite woman, you don't see her hair braided.
No,
And the men's hair not braided. Whenever you ever see an Edomite guy's hair braided for real.
Yeah.
You can't even go to, like, Jake could hardly go to war for their hair braid. You know, the black women have to put on.
Yeah.
They go, they have afro and all that stuff.
They don't-
They look down on you.
Yeah.
You can get fired.
They say that's
Yeah.
messy and all
Yeah.
type of shit.
Yeah. being a specific job. Says, neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat, and thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent? For any such come nigh wild beast.
Yeah. So when he started turning back on him, right? When he started hyping it up on him, you know, who's gonna feel sorry for him? You already know how this man is. He gave you hundreds of years of him putting people in slavery, and him sitting in your throat, giving lynching you, giving you what do you call it again? Those blankets with smallpox, yeah,
Ripping your
Right.
women in half.
oh, so many things.
Using the babies as alligators.
Alligator bait,
Yeah.
right? Giving you fucking milk that's from Chernobyl.
Castrating your castrating the men, taking the balls in the rod and use that
If
super
you're gonna trust a person like that, then it's up to you, man.
Yeah, that's your
problem.
yeah.
We don't trust them.
eating
Yeah,
our
yeah.
people, the delectable
Delectable
Negro.
Bro. And you know, because they used to always talk about, you know, Jake, when they hang Jake on trees, they cut your dick off and put it in jars and all that stuff. But they used to eat these organs, man.
Yeah, eat them.
Yeah.
They eat these things.
They get
This was
devoured.
like 50 years ago.
Yeah, and
40.
these devils now. That's crazy.
Oh, hey, Jay, it was the Jays. They turned us against you.
That's what they're saying now.
Really.
Really, nigga. Nigga, that you think that with hate and passion.
That's right.
You love that shit.
You were the
nigga.
footman. Yeah.
You were the footman. Yeah.
You were the footman.
You were the
That's all it was.
footman. Okay, you were a tool. Yeah, you were a
I
tool.
love being
But you love
Yeah.
being a tool.
well, they,
You know what I'm saying?
they made postcards with the lynching.
Yeah,
and everyone's
yeah.
smiling, saying
Yeah.
to their family.
Then I get the family.
Always love being
John
a
and,
tool.
John and Billy, look at their Christmas card.
Picnic.
Yeah. But nigga, Jake burnt,
Yeah.
hanging from a tree. Picnics. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So don't come here with that. Oh, they tricked us and all this and kumbaya.
Go for the trip.
You fell for the trick and you would loved it. You
Yeah.
was with it.
They know what's coming. They know what's coming. They can feel it. They know what's coming. They
And you
know.
see,
Yeah.
Amalek turned the back on me.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Amalek is turning back. And
Yeah. Yeah.
We're the top leader.
Yeah.
They don't need you.
You bum.
Thanks for building up our team. I don't need you.
The thing is with Amalek, he's like to play that pseudo role that sometimes he's like a white, and then sometimes he's the J.
Yep.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He likes to play both sides.
That's right.
I'm like one of you.
You're an Edomite.
You're an Edomite.
Don't take that whole white
Yeah.
bullshit. You're an Edomite.
You're an Edomite.
You know?
You're an Edomite.
Yeah.
That was it on that, right? Yeah.
Jeremiah 2, verse 33. And it says, why trimmest thou thy ways to seek love? Therefore, thou hast taught the wicked ones thy ways.
Yeah, man. That's exactly what happened to our people. Okay. Taught the wicked ones your ways, man. You want to seek his acceptance. You know, you want to show brotherly love to a fucking heathen, man. You couldn't get it. I mean, obviously it's all the will of the Lord, but you couldn't get it right with your brothers in the kingdom when we were all together the first time, man. I know it's the will of the Lord. I'm just saying, you know, but that's why we're gathered again here right now, man. That's why we come amongst brothers now, like-minded in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. We're trying to get it right now, man. We're practicing. Okay. I don't know about any of this lone wolf spirit. I'm saying this in spirit. I don't understand whatever. That's the way the Lord has it set up for you. So be it. But I wouldn't want to wait to the kingdom to show brotherly love, man. How do you know how to be around brothers? How do you know how to, you know what I'm saying? Be amongst brothers if you haven't been amongst brothers. Exactly. You don't have that. You don't have that under your belt. You don't have that experience under your belt. You see what I'm saying? And it's not to say you're not going to be of the latter 1/3, but you might not be at 144,000. Right. Yeah, okay. That's something you got to consider, man. And I'm saying this in the spirit.
It's harder to exemplify the spirit if you're always by yourself. Those kind of need people. You need like brothers or somebody like around you to be able to exemplify that. You can't do that by yourself because think of what Yahweh Shai, right? Yahweh Shai from Washington. That's true. You needed someone else to exemplify, give us an example of how to be, how to conduct ourselves. So he would know. So essentially, the disciples would know. And eventually, when they became apostles, how they were supposed to be amongst each other. right?
Right.
Because he is really the example, and he's really the one that's actually putting us together, right? It's not really held to that these technicalities of the law anymore, all right? Because the law is good, but we can't keep the laws 100%. So what is essentially the benchmark? So
Yeah, because nobody is there to see your works. And other than the Most High, the angel, nobody's really there to see your works, right? But if you're amongst a brotherhood, you know, a brother could be like, oh yeah, you know, a brother could vouch for you and say, oh yeah, this is that, and this. That's what I'm saying. And it could work in your favor. Right? But like, how are you able to? Oh, that's good. Like, you can still glorify the Lord, but this amongst the brotherhood is amplified.
Yeah.
Right?
Fine, of course.
So these are just things.
Spirit is different spirits.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and these are just things to consider. You know?
Yes. Like a family.
Yeah, man, we're family, bro. So it's like, why wait, man? Why wait?
That's what you're saying. Like waiting, you're forgetting about the fact that the scriptures say work out your own salvation. So like, you know, you're waiting. You don't understand like there is a tally being made, right? There's think of it as a spiritual bank. Like, I'm going to work every single day, right? It's kind of like slightly different what we're talking about. You're going to work every single day, right? You're accumulating wealth, right? Right? If you're just allegedly, yeah, allegedly, yeah, I know it's true. Because you're not just
We never know.
Yeah. right? If you're just there, you know, lone wolf, which I mean, you're still doing the work, but like everything gets amplified when you're around more brothers. Everything gets amplified, like what the other brothers are saying, because you're doing this. Charity covers a multitude of sins, right? You're doing this. You're vouching for a brother. All these things, these small things add up. So things get amplified. But if you're just by yourself, I'm not saying it's just bad, but you know, like the elder is saying, you might not be one of the 144, and there's nothing wrong being ambitious.
Yeah, no, as long as you receive salvation.
Exactly.
Like, even for us, we're just happy for of the one, like, we're of that first salvation. We might not be. Look at that. Wow, 441.
Yeah, yeah,
Got a number?
yeah.
It's the spirit. They wanted us to see the number.
Yeah.
It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But what was I gonna say? Now we're just happy to receive salvation, get beamed up in a chariot.
Exactly.
And if the Lord see fit,
Yep.
then okay, even there's a bonus. You know, it's a bonus if we receive the 144,000 crown of blessing. Come on, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Obviously, we want the 144,000 crown of blessing. That's what we're striving for. We're striving for the pastors, right? So we want that. You know what I'm saying? But if we just receive salvation and we're good, we're Israelite, we made it on the first goal, we'll take it. See what I'm saying?
Go ahead. This is Colossians chapter 3, verse 12. And it says, put on, therefore, as the elect of the Most High, holy and beloved bowels of mercies, kindness, humbleness of mind, meekness, long suffering, forbearing one another, forgiving one another. If any man hath a quarrel against any, even as a Mashiach the Yahushai,
Yeah. You get it. You might get into a situation with a brother, right? And this is a test for you and that brother, okay? But if you and that brother are able to hash out your differences, come together, the Lord's gonna bless both of you, man.
Right.
And you sincerely mean that. Because we're men, sometimes we're gonna get into it. Okay? You might not see eye to eye. And this is just on a person, it might be a personality thing, or whatever the case may be. Right? But if you're able to show take your brother, as the scriptures say, you show him involved transgression and he accepts it, and he works on it, and he takes it in, and you guys dap it up and you hash it out, you guys are good, man. And the Lord's gonna amplify that. But if you just, you're really by yourself, like, you're missing out on a blessing in disguise. Because that's a blessing in disguise if you're able to hash it out with a brother, and then you guys are, you know what I'm saying? You're missing out on blessings in disguise in a sense. You know what I'm saying?
So didn't that happen with Paul and
Barnabas.
yeah.
Yeah, Barnabas. Yeah. They agreed to just go their own way.
Yeah.
That was the conclusion.
Yeah, exactly.
But they both did the work. They still did
Yeah.
the work.
Yeah.
But their spirits were heavy, man. Both
Yeah.
of their spirits were heavy. You know what I'm trying to say?
Because his mind was to do this, his mind was to do this. It's just like, yo, you're not agreed. Like, it's not like we're still doing the same work. It's just like I want to go here.
Yeah.
It's like I want to go there. It's like okay, so bro, let's just do this. You go that way, you go
The
that
Lord
way.
did that,
Yeah,
you know?
And it further diminish.
Two hands.
Further diminish. Yeah.
that's it.
Two hands.
Yeah,
You raise a
Cover more ground.
Yeah, you raise a man
yeah,
there.
exactly.
Yeah. Cover more ground. Why not? Fuck it.
Yeah, it's the same. At the end of the day, it's the same goal.
And at least they had that brother. At least they had that camaraderie, that brotherhood to even know how to deal with brothers when they're split up from each other. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, sorry. Because here, if that happened, yeah, like you're already about to swing, like bro, you can't use words. Why are you already ready to fight the guy in here? Sorry, that's not even what happens here. Here is this boom. It's this. Nigga, it's just boom. It's like, bro, what? Because he stepped on your shoe.
Acting like them niggas in the world.
Yeah.
Our thing is not carnal, man.
I got another one. Let's see.
I swear there's more on that.
Oh, yeah.
There's more. Come on, man.
So the boom.
Colossians 3. Okay, I'll read verse 13 again. And it says, forbearing one another, forgiving one another. Any man hath a quarrel against any, even as Mashiach Yahushua forgave you, so also ye.
That's what I just said. Forgive your brother.
Go ahead. We're gonna be in situations sometimes when like they have to exemplify these fruits of the spirit. That's always put you in certain situations, right? Where you have to exemplify these different situations. Sorry, these different fruits of the spirit, right? Yeah, because we're not, as I was saying earlier, we can't hold all the laws 100%. It's the standard of how we were in the Levitical priesthood. We can't do that anymore. It's so technical, right? I got a vein.
And because also that what you're saying is because of the, I'm not sure what you said it, but you know, the kingdom that we're in would allow us to do it. We're kind of restricted in a way. So it's like the scripture says, all things are lawful, but not all things are expedient.
Right, yeah.
Right? So you kind of have to use
This kingdom is lawful to be a nigga.
Yeah.
You know, Esau wants you to be a nigga, even though he'll hem you up.
Right.
And if you do a nigga moment, he put you in jail because that's what he wants.
Aiden Ross and those guys. Yeah. They can't deal with righteous men. They have to deal with niggas, man.
Yeah.
You know, but that spirit, that wicked spirit, all of them go hand in hand.
Well, you know, by us. We're you know, spiritually we are wolves. Yeah. We're wolves and lions, you know, amongst these people, man. And that's why they get uneasy around.
Yeah,
us.
so they do feel that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But really, they're the wolves and lions on the carnal level. We're the wolves and lions on the spiritual level.
Yeah.
You know, we're dragons on the spiritual level too, man.
dragons too. Yep.
You know, we're dragons, man.
Well, you breathe fire.
Yeah, man.
This is true.
That's what you know.
I said,
There you go.
yeah.
They in the spirit, we're dragons. You know what I mean? But they know. They're like, who the fuck are these guys? You know? You try and base yourself, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, just try and blend in.
Just to keep the peace.
Just to keep the peace.
Because the scripture does say that, right?
Something about this. Yeah.
All possible. Yeah. Well, possible. Right? Sometimes it's not. But it's also saying you subtle as a dove. Sorry, subtle as a snake and harmless as a dove. Subtly as a you have to know when to kind of blend in. Like Paul even said, I know that you're based, I know you're dumb. So Paul knew how to navigate using different stuff. You know, navigate because you know, like there's times where you know you just take the low. Even said another scripture where he said, you know, I roughly paraphrase about like you're in a situation and you know you're right. Sometimes you don't need to say anything. Just let the person be right. Let them be right and let the situation pass by. You don't have to keep saying it. Just let it go. Oh, right. You don't have to say anything. Just let it pass. Because like if you go and say something, the person starts getting angry because the situation.
Look at it, right? They don't have to see the gate, have that rebuke it at the gate, right? So it's wouldn't even meant to receive what was being said, right? You see what I'm saying? And the way that look, you know, like look at this gate.
Oh, I didn't see it.
You guys here again? You guys, you know what I'm saying? That comes with the territory. It is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, our people, they hate us that rebuke at the gate. That's right. We love you. But we ain't got no haters. You hot, right?
Especially in this kingdom, if we're doing this,
Right,
we're,
righteous.
if you're doing something right and you have no haters, then are you actually doing something right? Because this society is wicked. So if you're doing things right and no one's actually going against you, that means you're actually doing things wrong.
Yes.
Because everyone's your friend, everyone's your buddy. It's when you're doing things right and people are actually go, oh, I don't like this guy. I don't. Okay, good. That means you're in good case. Look at how it shine. Right? Majority of people hated him. Majority. It was only a small group, of our people that actually were with him. And even that number dwindled down over time because he would say certain things and people would just leave. Like, oh, he said, oh, you have to drink my blood, eat my flesh. Ah, this guy's a cannibal. And just walk away. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was sifting. Yeah.
Just to add to that point, so to say that the parts of you depart from the ways of the of evil. I mean, people they look at you funny. They're like, "Hi,
We're gonna test that.
you don't need porn?
Yeah.
What?
Not really doing anything. Yeah, those two. We should walk over there. That's not
They're in the city, right? So whatever.
Yeah.
They can mark themselves all they want.
Yeah.
What? They're not making home. They're doing anything.
That's true.
That's true.
They're the last day on the earth.
Delicious.
Yeah, I had one. I had another one. That's what I don't know. Just to add to that point of one verse. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 9, and it says, "Two is better than one, because they have a good reward for their labor. So if they fall, one will lift up his stomach. For woe unto him that is alone with the
Right. Exactly. So why would you want to be in a case where you're up by yourself and you have the opportunity to be amongst brothers? Right? Two is better than one.
Protected too.
Yeah. You know,
More protection.
way more protection. Man. That's like I said, magnifies the amount of blessings you get. You go to all the amount of brothers that are around you. That's magnifying the blessings beyond my shine. And your reward in heaven. More opportunities. What's that? What's that word I'm looking for? Charity. More opportunities for charity. Right. You know? Right. Yeah. Sure. How are you going to be charitable if you're by yourself? You know what I mean?
That's
You know what I'm
true.
saying?
That's true.
How are you sharpening your character if you're by yourself? Because you got to be able to deal with personality. Brothers have certain personalities. You got to be able to analyze it and deal with it. You might not like the personality, but you got to learn how to deal with it. How are you going to be able to deal with that? You know what I'm saying?
That's what you're saying. Sharpening. To sharpen something, you need friction. That's what people forget. To sharpen things, you need friction. So that means you actually have to go in turn. Like you're just saying, you need to get friction with other people, and then you sit there and say, okay, maybe I'm doing something. What am I doing? Okay, no, I did that wrong. Let me work on that. And that's how you get sharp.
Sorry.
You need friction. So to get friction, you need another person there.
And most of the time too, like the mindset that we have, we need to be our own men. Right with that similar mindset. Because the majority of these people, they have a fucked up mindset. We'll have it, right? You might be around these niggas in the world, and all they talk about is fucking foolishness. Like adultery, bunch of other shit, robbing people, right? Eating dirty food.
Yeah.
Right? You rebuke them and they get on your nerves, man.
Yeah.
Right. So you have to be on the brotherhood, in order for you to feel clean.
Semblance of righteousness.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because our righteousness is filthy rags,
Fine.
but it's the closest thing we got.
Yeah.
Brotherhood.
Yeah.
You know, the group chats and all that, the sending back and forth things. We're just judging everything we see. We send it to brothers.
That's right.
We're judging it, cutting it up, whatever in the spirit. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. Reporting it back to the Heavenly Father and
Exactly.
Son.
Exactly. The angels. You know what I'm
So to
saying?
watch it, You need to be on the brotherhood. Because sometimes, that's where jump on you where you feel like, right now I feel like a soldier. You want some solitude, but at the end of the day, man, you have to be on the brotherhood.
You get your solitude 6 days a week.
That's right.
That's true.
Yeah, it's really true. You get 6 days a week of solitude.
Yeah,
These people around you, they ain't part on your team.
that's right.
So you get time to be a soldier 6 days a
That's
week.
true. That's right.
And then you come to the camp and then you have arms, so to speak. That's what it says in Ezekiel. See, with the spiritual army. Spiritual army, yeah. Spiritual army. Got that quick?
Proverbs 27 and 17 And it says iron sharpeneth iron.
How are you gonna get sharpened if you ain't got iron around you, bro?
So I have to spark.
Yeah. You need to even you gotta be corrected, you gotta be rebuked. You're going off, man. Fix up. Right? You don't want that. You're afraid of that. You don't want no man can tell me what to do.
Yeah, emotional.
Right? That's a woman's spirit. You see what I'm saying? Women hate to be corrected, man. You know? They're even bugging out. Like, 'cause we're men, right? So we use certain words. We use ancient words sometimes. We'll use it in the spirit.
Making some food.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Regular.
Don't disobey me. Yeah,
Yes.
that's disobedient. You know? What you did was disobedient. Don't do that again. They didn't like those words.
Yeah.
I'm not a dog.
Yeah.
I didn't mean it like that. Don't disobey me though. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
But I was just in the spirit. Sometimes you might speak certain words,
Yeah.
and they get fucking
I'm not a
triggered.
child.
Yeah. I'm not a child. I'm not a dog. You are a grown ass child.
That's right.
I mean, I'm not to say, these women that are, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
We're not on no foolishness, no evil stuff. Weirdo shit.
It says Proverbs 27, verse 17, finishing off.
These women have a mindset of a child, right? That's the best way.
So they can hang out with a child all day.
Yeah, you know. Men can't do that. A real man can't do that. You know what I'm saying?
You're thinking about training the child somehow.
Yeah,
Exactly,
correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's foolish. Don't do that again.
Yeah.
I don't want to see that again.
Hope you do it.
Yeah. But stop. Up his head. Don't cry. You know?
Yeah.
With the mom, the kid gets comfortable, especially the boy child.
Oh yeah.
They'll cry. It's okay, man. Start crying and shit. I don't be crying, man.
Yeah.
There's nothing to cry over. Fix up.
Finishing off, we have Proverbs 27, verse 17, and it says, when man sharpeneth the countenance of his friend.
Right? Don't you want friends? Don't you want friends up your house shot? Don't you want friends around you that believe in the same thing as you, man? Okay? I don't get it. But hey, that's not what I said in the spirit.
What do you mean?
I do not, that's up to the Lord, right? It's up to the Lord who you see fit. You want to be a lone wolf and, you receive salvation, maybe you're a part of 144,000.
Yeah.
In the spirit, I don't see that. That's just me.
Because there are, like, you can say exceptions, not really.
There are exceptions. There are
In your
exceptions.
city,
Yeah.
if you're the only one,
No, that's
exactly.
fine.
That's what I was
Yeah.
saying.
That's
like,
fine.
that's different.
That's different.
yeah.
That's all. But that's you getting in touch with a regional head,
Yeah.
somewhere, saying, "Hey, I'm in this city. I want to start up. Been studying." That's order, though. That comes with order.
Yeah.
You calling up and making yourself known and saying, "Hey, I want to be a part of this, but I'm here, and there's no other camp here. So, is it okay if I start?" Yeah. That's order. It takes so might be a intimidating thing to do, but that's the right thing to do.
It was like there's one brother in Nigeria.
That's all to the spirit.
Yeah, and it's all through the spirit. And okay, you might be by yourself per se, but then you have the group chats. Now you're a part of a certain, you know what I'm saying? Group. And you can check in, and brothers can check in on you, make sure you're doing well, give you certain tools, whatever the case.
You're not alone.
You're not alone.
Yeah.
But when you don't have these resources around, that you are alone.
Yeah.
Okay, you see brothers on YouTube, whatever. Cool. Yeah. But you don't know what's going on. You don't see the articles being passed around. You know what I'm saying? You're not involved like that. You're not seeing how brothers are communicating with each other in the spirit, even off camera. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, you're not seeing these things. And that could be a benefit. That could be a benefit.
Yeah.
Right? Like, let's just say, okay, if you're on your own, right? Because you're starting up, that's one way. Then you might be on your own because of differences. Right? You got kicked out of a camp. Then that's different as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you're still doing the work, then that's you know what I'm saying? That makes sense. But if you're just starting up and you're just on your own, that's weird.
Yeah.
That's weird.
So you don't want to report, like,
Yeah.
you're on my own.
See what I'm saying? You know?
I'm the apostle.
Or and then that and that too, because then you're giving double honors to the apostles, but you're skipping the brotherhood that are close to you.
Yeah.
There's brothers around you that are close to you and within, but you don't want to link up with them. But double honors to the apostles.
Because they do that because, they want to still be in a higher position. Because if they know they look up to other brothers, they have to take a lower position. Right? Because there's already a guy there. There's already a head there. There's already like a number one, a number two, a number three. So if you go with them, you're not going to be the top guy.
Well, the thing is, that's the mindset you have coming into this thing. This thing's not for you.
Exactly.
There you go.
Exactly. You're out here worried about rank and all that shit. It's not for you. But this thing's not about rank, but it's about order. It's not about rank, but order. Order is set up. This is how about Shimon Shai's order.
One guy else groups for that. It's ISUPK, it's IUIC. Yeah, we'll give you that.
If you, they'll give you that. ISPK will give you that. If you want that, it's the spirit. You get that.
Chief captain, general.
But then, the JMS has the truth, but I don't want to link up with those guys. That's off, bro. I don't care. I don't care. Tight. Yeah.
I got first Peter.
Oh yeah, just like one more. I have two of those. So Ecclesiastes 4:11, and it says, if two lie together, then they have heat. But how can one be warm alone? And one prevail against them, two shall withstand them, and a threefold cord is
Now you think we're able to come out here in the cold right now, man? Spirits here, man. Our brother spirit is working on each other's spirit, man. That energy, that fire, that zeal, man. This is these things are different.
No, you're right, because we're spirits in bodies. We emit energies, right? Obviously in our bodies. So when you have 4 brothers together, it's like I don't know,
Circuit.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah.
I am in the midst. Right? So that's have that. They've had that time collective as right? It's their strength, right? He's understands. You just why don't understand. Because how is really not in the midst of your center, your focus, right? He really showed us brotherhood. He really showed us camaraderie.
Right? Yeah, that's the mindset of the world too. From Jake's world, because that's the reason why our people can't amount to anything really. When you look at it in the world, right? Everyone wants to go solo. Yeah, a lot of the time. That's a Jake might go $20 million. He might just dip off. That's it, right? Look at the other nations, right? Elam, Shanley, Boaz. They'll live in one house, 20 of them.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
And then the next house. Next house.
I'll say this in our defense. We
I'm
can't
just
live
saying.
like that.
No, we can't. I'm just saying. Yeah,
I can't. I'm saying if we
I
got
can't personally.
Certain-
I'm just saying.
survival,
That's
we
That's
go
a different story.
different.
Yeah.
We can do it.
Yeah.
But in terms of just everyday living, Jake
But
Flash.
it's only for a while.
Right.
That's
sure,
true.
for
That's
sure,
true. That's true.
For
They
sure.
don't mind. They don't mind coming together for a little bit, and then there's a goal at the end.
There's a goal. There is a
They
goal at the
cannot
end.
do that.
No, it's hard for Jake
Yeah.
to do it.
So they come into the truth with the same mindset. Yeah,
Right.
That's
right.
a solo mindset.
Yeah. That's true. And it's the wrong mindset because you can't grow. You need help. And what you're saying, these nations are thinking like princes and kings. 'Cause that's how kings and princes. Right? What kind of running that is? It's like a league, like a gala. Right? But like,
Good on the joints.
yeah. The other,
Let's have some
like autism or
yeah,
something.
some form.
These other nations, they have a kingly empire ruling mentality. That's what they're like. What you do, right? Okay, you come together, you expand. Okay, you your son goes into a doctor, your son goes into a trucking, your son, right? Blah blah blah. You come together, then you have right. But we When you think like peasants, we're like, oh, okay,
Like crabs.
yeah, crabs, right?
Pulling each other down, man.
You're not thinking about conquering. You're not thinking about conquering. You're thinking about just surviving. The different mentality. Surviving is just for today. Okay, I didn't get my daily bread for today. Which daily bread spiritually, the truth is different than what I'm talking about. Right? This is more like just surviving for today. You think about conquering, you have a plan, you have a goal, a way of executing. These nations think like that. There's just to quickly talk what we're talking about. There was a quick video about Elam, and they said 8% of the hotels in America are run by Elam.
Yeah.
80%.
They run that industry over there.
Yeah, and over here they run the
Gas,
the
yeah,
truck and the
oh,
gas,
that's
so much
yeah,
stuff.
and security.
So much stuff.
And
Yeah.
these are all these are all industry that Jake used to run.
yeah. Right.
The trucking was Jake at one point. The motels and security was Jake. When you think about bouncing and all that stuff,
Yeah.
but Jake never really get those.
Yeah. Exactly.
Show up
Yeah.
to these spots and they say, "Oh, nigga, they up."
Yeah.
About conquering, you just mean it's
Yeah.
mentality. Just being an employee. Not thinking, let me be a boss, let me go with business, you do that. Then when you actually do that, when you're just saying they do it by themselves.
Yeah. Or each other fuck you over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I worked with Jake in the security business before, like big company, security company, and if you want to pay peanut shows, man, you know, you gotta change.
Yeah, Jake is wicked. And just to bring it back together. That's why culture really is
100%.
because Jake doesn't have culture. He understands certain tenets. You understand we have a fear of the Lord. Really, first and foremost, that brings a sentiment of like listen and cohesion.
That's right.
Because now you understand when you talk about the paying thing, you understand, okay, I gotta pay my people the same day.
Yeah.
I can't let them,
Hungry, man.
exactly. Exactly. You gotta put the people on. That's why it's really all goes back to culture, how you treat your own people. That's right. These other nations, they have their own culture, right? They have their own gods that they call on. We know that scriptures say that their gods are essentially idols, right? They're vain, they're empty. There's nothing, there's no sound in them. But the point is, you serve a living power, right? So it's why I think that return to your understanding of growing in your culture. I think that's really what brings together us as a people. And when you go into the book of Judith, those nations understand that. They understood that when you were in transgressing and you were sinning and all this type of shit, they understood that was in that transgression mindset, sinning against your power. They realized that's their way, that's their lunatic to take you down.
I got a point you just made. I got to switch to back what you were saying. We're talking about King. It's Sirach 14. I'm gonna read to. Yeah, hey, that's what I'm reading. Oh, okay. That's actually what I'm reading. Oh, okay. Verse 3, it says, riches are not comely for a niggard, and what should an envious man do with money? Right? So we're just talking about with Jake, what happens when they get these business decisions. They actually get at that point. What do they do with the money? They be a niggard. They're stingy. They're not paying their employees, which a lot of the employees are their people. Right? So that means you hate yourself.
Yeah.
Right? You hate yourself because you're looking at men that look like you and you're treating them like shit. But then you will treat the Edomite, the other nations better. It's fucking wicked, bro.
But they don't want to see if the other Jake getting the money in his pocket.
Yeah,
That's a real thing.
That's Jake. Yeah, Jake. That's why 2/3 Jake gotta go. Gotta be cut off from that. You can't have niggas in the kingdom. The biggest thing that there's like a lack of resources. Jake kingdom there's a lack of resources.
Yeah, exactly.
So you gotta keep everything to themselves. Yeah, that's just how they operate.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's
Yeah. You're the part of the devil.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
But
You're right.
see, there's ways, this world is just corrupt.
Yeah.
But there's ways to, well, like I said, multiply the spirit of blessings. There's multiplying with money. You have to multiply money with, within the brothers. You know what I'm saying? Within brothers. Like, once we get that knowledge and understanding back, you know what I'm saying? Fully.
So just had that in the family paper.
Exactly.
So they're all business.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Solomon,
Yeah.
right? Business, richest man.
Yeah.
All businessmen. You see what I'm saying? So we had knowledge of these things, man. And we're gonna get it back. So there was no lack thereof. There was no lack.
Yeah.
In this world, they teach you, I gotta get it for myself, and if I'm up, and I know I don't You know, basically, I don't want to see the next man up, but then it's taking what's mine.
Yeah.
Esau, how do you think there's job shortage? The fuck? The earth has there's plenty of jobs to do. Esau just not managing it properly. That's
I was about to mention Esau too, because riches is not, even for his kingdom, the riches is not being spread out properly, man.
Yeah.
There's no balance. Only Amalek has the riches. The rest of it, tribes are just starving.
what do they say? The 1% had 99% of the will. That's what they say. That's crazy.
While everyone else starves.
You can't spend all that.
I know, but everybody's we're just human resources have to slave away from you.
Even if let's say the 1%, like, why don't you give it to at least your people? At least your people, let them be good.
Yeah. In your kingdom.
Oh my gosh.
Man needs to go, man.
Yeah, just to add to that real quick. Sirach 20:13, it says, wisdom that is hid and treasure that is hoarded up, or the profit is them both. Right? So it's not a profit of hoarding up all these treasures. Because, like we saw, they would have all these resources to educate with them. Yeah.
All right. Wisdom, that is it, right? That's why you gotta do your videos. That's right. Right? Exactly. Them spiritual riches for the kingdom. Get the carnal riches on the kingdom too.
That's right.
Right? Don't hide your hand. Don't hide your knowledge, man. If you know something, you see something, read something, push it out, put it in, make a video, man. Okay? Scripture said that knowledge shall increase, right? So wisdom part of knowledge. Man. Okay?
To add to what we're talking about Jake, that when you start goes up, he cuts people off. There's a flip side where Jake actually has that spirit where he wants to bring men around him.
Yeah.
But these men are fucking snakes.
Yeah.
He brings the wrong men around. He doesn't have the ability to serve.
Or they're snakes, or Esau's around saying, "Oh, you can't bring your people."
Yes, that too.
Oh, yeah,
That's
yeah.
true.
You know.
Yeah, and it's
So there's
here.
so many different factors that are against us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
From elevating, so to speak.
Yeah. Because your brother is talking about culture, right? Really, going back to what the culture is. Like on Eglinton up there, we used to have a whole slang. Right, at Eglinton, we used to have from Marley all the way down to Kiel. Right, he was all Jamaican.
Yeah.
And Esau came in and rooted us out, man. Because we didn't. At one point, we lost that sense of community and culture.
Yeah.
And
he saw that too, and he's like, "Oh no, we can't have
just ate and abetted because
can't-
he fucked up the roads.
Yeah.
So the commerce got messed up, the traffic got messed up. And now Jake forgot how they used to be, man. That used to be a hub.
Yeah.
Anybody that comes from the Caribbean, right? That's where they go. Find jobs, right? Get connections.
Yeah.
So,
He knew that, man.
put a software underneath, fuck up the road. So, so all the businesses is new.
And I will say this to Esau. See, Esau's actually functioning properly because we're his enemy.
Right.
Why would he let us prosper? We're his enemy. I'm just saying on the other side of what you're saying, because we're his enemy. So why would he make us prosper? Yeah. Because he knows what happens if we get together. It's game over for them. Game over.
Even in a worldly level.
Yeah.
Even in a worldly level, he knows.
Yep.
But look what Jake did in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
And that was just one city.
Yeah, it was one city. And even this, not even that. During the Great Depression, Jake was doing well.
Yeah.
Jake was the one buying Cadillac.
Exactly. Yeah.
Esau saw that he
He
got jealous, man.
Yeah.
Started hanging nigga.
Yeah, that's why he hung. He didn't really. They didn't really tell you why. You hate, but niggas was stunting on you. That's why.
They did say that in Tulsa, Oklahoma, because what they didn't just burn the cities down, they looted. They took all the businesses because this Edomite she old now. Like, when I was young, I was there for the whole Tulsa, Oklahoma thing. What they did, they took all the food and brought them back to their side of town. Yeah. Smart. Yeah, she's like, I saw candies I never seen in my life, but I saw food. They brought food back. Yeah, they took all the food and burned everything down and King Jacob. Yeah, can't.
They probably took the money out the banks and all that.
Yeah, oh yeah. Jacob, a lot of business, just like they had a bunch of cities that they had businesses, right? where the money will stay in the community for like a bunch of time before before it travels out.
Before it even-
So it has no point just them to just grow.
It's a lot, yeah. Even those times, right? Everything could be bought outright. There was no such thing as loans.
Yeah, fine.
So you buy your house outright, you buy a car outright. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's yours.
The land.
You know, the land is
Yeah.
yours. You know, you buy it outright. There's no such thing as loan. Money went further, so you can buy it. You work, you buy it. It's the same thing that's going to come back in our kingdom as well.
Right, yeah.
All right.
Loans.
After the 7 years, you know, because the 7 years.
Gonna loan it. You gotta be-
Oh yeah. We're gonna loan to them. Yeah, they're gonna need it. They're gonna need loans.
Yeah, okay, we're gonna be rich.
Yeah, we're gonna be rich. Like I don't. We're not gonna need to work. Israelites are not gonna need to work.
We'll teach it all.
Most work they're gonna do is oversee the heathen, making sure they work.
That's it.
And then you know, he's like checking your phone. You check? Okay, good.
Yeah.
No, that's it.
I'm missing a tomato.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Right now, I'm talking about the lowest of Israel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, we're not gonna live in finger food. We're gonna be blessed.
Yeah. They're gonna have their castles, whatever they want.
Yeah.
Secret to build.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
you're gonna have it. You're gonna have the best of the best. You know,
Yeah.
the electors. You know, 144,000 gonna have some shit. Though,
They're gonna have
Yeah.
planets.
you know,
They're gonna have planets.
Right.
We're talking
y'all gonna be
spirit.
good, man.
We're good.
But remember, was that you work 7 years and you get your severance, right? So
Yeah.
from 12 to like 19, 20, right? That's gonna be applied to the heathen, and then they're gonna get their own severance,
Right.
and then they'll be able to start their own little business and be good.
Yeah,
So,
their own land.
own land.
Bring out wooden daughters.
Yeah, now you can buy a wife. You know?
Bring a daughter, man.
Yeah, man.
What you want to build a prince, yeah?
Yeah. Then you're gonna be able to everything will be it's gonna be us anyway. Force of the Gentiles, right? So they're gonna bring the daughters like
That's a big house, my king. I have my beautiful.
yeah.
She's all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's gonna elevate their house.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you the dowry. I'll give you whatever. I'll bless you the amount.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. We're not gonna take the dowry up to par.
That's true.
That's true.
Yeah, she has to be by a standard.
Yeah, you have something for there? I got something. Yes. You say you had something, right?
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Oh
push
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Oh,
Slack it,
yeah,
slack
so
it.
here.
Yeah.
It's okay. Sirach 14:4, it says, he that gathereth by defrauding his own soul, gathereth from others, that shall spend his good righteously. And it says, he that is evil to himself,
Yeah.
to whom will he be good?
Saw that. Yeah. How people.
Yeah.
Say, yeah.
Right? He shall not take pleasure in his goods. Right? There is none worse than he that envieth himself. And this is his recompense of his wickedness. And it says, the last word, it says, and if he doeth good, he doeth it unwillingly. And at the last,
Yes, I guess.
Yeah.
See you real. Okay, it kind of benefits me.
oh shit.
I guess I'll help.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I guess I'll do good. I guess.
Yeah.
This occasion, this time around.
Yeah.
It's Christmas. I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
You know, in their mind, right? They're
So,
fucking up.
and what do you call like NAACP? So that yeah, give them something.
Yeah.
Upper hand in it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
welfare, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
Shit like that.
Yeah. We
You
gave
know?
you welfare.
Yeah.
We gave you EBT. We gave you food stamps.
Yeah.
SNAP benefits, whatever. You know, we gave you that. So you guys can't say anything without it. You know,
Yeah.
the government's supporting you, right? You have Section 8 and, you know?
You didn't want to do that.
Yeah, because we don't have no choice. Because they burn out Tulsa, they burn out Rosewood, all those other places, man. There's hundreds of places that they burned out.
They had to give the bare minimum to sustain Jake, to use Jake as a human resource for whatever path that they wanted Jake to go to.
That's right.
If they want Jake to be biggest,
So
all right, sell drugs, so that way they can catch them and put them in the prison system. You know what I'm saying? That they can make money off of that.
that's right.
Right? If the black woman be in the hole, whatever, destructive to the household, they can make money off of that. You know, being a single mother, all of that shit. So it's all about making money, but in a negative way.
Yeah.
There was never positive upliftment.
Yeah.
You know, chaos and disorder. And we can capitalize off of chaos and disorder. Right? So just enough to sustain you niggas. That's all. That's why he gave you that shit.
We still need you to push our our peace system.
Yeah,
You need the
Slave
footmen.
force, yeah.
yeah,
No, they're not gonna build up these, they're not gonna work in these factories. No.
right.
Yeah, when you look at Detroit, it was all Jakes
Yeah.
that was working and making all those cars. And
Yeah.
Amalek just decided to just pull out.
They
Back
say,
to that place and
Yep.
dip,
yep,
you know?
yep. They say it's like 80% Jake there.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a serious black town. I see.
Mhm.
You know?
Amalek just, and the funny thing is, I saw interviewed the guy that played Pops in Friday.
Oh,
yeah.
first name though.
Witherspoon.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It was he went to he did an interview on Vlad, and then Vlad asked him. He was telling Vlad about Detroit because he was there.
Right.
He was living in Detroit.
Yeah.
And like, oh, was the Jews? Was the Jews? Bro, Vlad changed the topic right away.
Oh man.
Yeah,
It
you
was
can
a
just
dude.
tell.
It was a dude.
Yeah.
You know how he moved.
Yeah, he was there. He saw that the height of Motown
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
and the Motor City, and then the Jews just pull out their money and then dip, rob that place blind.
That
Man.
place, yeah. When Jay say I'm out of here, you're out of there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When it's time to shut down the city, they have the power to do that.
Yeah.
You know?
And then now you can go to see houses.
Yeah. Houses
from
for
Motor City.
houses for cheap too. You get a house for 10 grand.
Yeah, Jake was
Over there.
making money, so they didn't want Jake to prosper.
Yeah. Yeah. You see, yeah. And then they got this, it all lined up to the 80s, your crack epidemic. It all lined up. You know what I'm saying? It's just the devil, man. Go ahead,
I
bro.
was reading about it. It says, and if you do it good, you do it unwillingly, and at the last, you will declare his wickedness. It says, envious man hath a wicked eye, turns away his face and despises man. Covetous man's eye is not satisfied with his portion, and the iniquity of the wicked drieth up his soul.
Yeah, he's not satisfied with what he has. He always feels that he needs to, take, grab more. That's why it says in Habakkuk, he's as death. He's never satisfied. Right?
Yeah.
Always in all these other nations. And he does that on a global scale too. Like when it goes to other nations, taking their resources. And then when he leaves those countries, it's always in a worse situation than when he arrived. You know what I'm saying?
This pillage, man. Yeah, he's a fucking terrible.
Yeah, you think he's really gonna better Venezuela? You think his plan is to really better Cuba? You know? Yeah.
He was done.
Yeah.
He was been raped.
Yeah.
But Venezuela's a different story. He's gonna fuck that place up.
Yeah.
No, we're getting oil out of Venezuela. We're really confident.
Yeah. You think that oil is gonna benefit the people? No, the people of the land, they should be rich over there. Everybody should be rich in Venezuela, the way they love oil and all that.
Fine. That's not his strategy, because he did that to Iran in the 50s.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Big time.
Operation Ajax.
Yeah.
Like what that guy did, he pretty much won against the Ayatollah at that time. And then he kicked out England. But England had all their oil companies over there extracting all the oil. 84% of the oil money was going to England, right? And 14 was just going to the people. So he's like, yo, fuck this. Let's do a switch.
Yeah.
So he's like, all the oil reserves are ours. We're gonna get 100%.
Yeah.
What England did, they went to the CIA.
Yeah.
So and asked for help. And then they kicked that guy. They didn't kill him. They just kicked him out of office. They're staging a bunch of riots and all that stuff. When they put the President Shah of Iran in there, and he was still out. And he was,
And that's what I was gonna say. Because make that quick point is that before it wasn't really Islam over there during that time.
No, it was very.
It was free, yeah, liberal. Women were wearing
Yeah.
dresses and
Yeah.
and all of a sudden,
Nightlife.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then it's just a flip. All of a sudden, you're seeing what you're seeing today.
Because they use Islam, because they're both control, whether
Yeah.
it was, the guys in
Christianity.
yeah.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It's all
Yeah, it's a
control. But what
same point.
they needed to get order. They want order, so to speak, back.
Yeah.
It's just like Republican, Democrat.
Yeah.
Right? The Democrats let chaos and liberalism run wild. The Republicans structure order, so to speak.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Because now we're seeing them freaks
Yeah.
doing the same shit.
Exactly. So basically, that's what it was. It was either you're gonna get the liberalism or Islam. Now Islam is in check. They set everybody, put everybody correct. Whatever they did, whatever to whoever. If you didn't get down with it, heads chopped out. Whatever they do, but it is what it is. No.
And the last one, it
Yeah.
says, Sirach 14:10, it says, a wicked eye envieth his bread, and he is a niggard at his table.
So
Yes, like, because them Persians ain't really Islamic.
No, look,
That's why I said that's all set up.
Yeah,
It's all set up.
they have thing where they have the Banji boys. There's a part in their religion over there where they use the boys, just like how the Greeks did.
Oh man,
Yeah.
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 I mean that's all through
Yeah.
all through Afghanistan and Pakistan
They
too.
still have that
Do that shit.
yeah, they do that.
by streaming Islam. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they're dealing
Lady boys and shit like that. They have that over there too.
You know,
Yeah.
you know, man.
they're Elamites. That's the whole joke. I mean, everyone starts to think they're Ishmael. They're actually Elamites.
Yeah, there's different tribes.
Yeah,
You know, everybody's different.
Yeah.
You know, not everybody has, like our we're mixed up. All the tribes get
yeah.
look mixed up too. Whatever. You know, lighter skin, get dark skin, and whatever.
They're up in Afghanistan, so you were like, they look different. They're Elam, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Afghanistan, freaking Kazakhstan, all those stand bases. It's just like Elam is up in there, man.
It's just like Ethiopia, Eritrea, and
Yeah.
Somalia. You got a higher tribe, and one is like a higher tribe, and it's kind of like it's the same kind of thing.
Yeah, because when you look at them, they look the same.
Yeah,
oh, the
yeah,
same.
yeah. Just derivatives of each other.
Yeah, that's it.
You know, it's a derivative.
And that's what, the them in India, they're like this.
Yeah, exactly. Why? They're the
know.
same people. They know. Yeah, they over there. They know their shit. They
They
know.
still use
yeah,
the word
yeah,
Elam.
yeah,
Still
Yeah,
use the
yeah.
word Elam.
There's a city in Iran named Elam.
Yeah, there you go.
They don't even. They call themselves Persians. They call themselves Iranians.
Yeah.
I seen a store in Scarborough called Elam.
Yeah.
I seen a store in Scarborough called Elam.
Yeah, God.
You know what I'm saying? They know they're Elam.
Yeah, then in the Tambo, they have Elam.
They know. Like I work with some of them. But I see yellow. Like, yeah, we know. You know the term yellow.
Yeah.
Like, this guys know. It was always.
Yeah.
Sirach 10 and 8. And it says, Sirach chapter 10, verse 1, and it says, a wise judge instruct his people, the government of a prudent man is well ordered. And the judge of the people is himself, and so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, that such are all that dwell therein.
That's right.
Wise king. So
So like, go ahead. Read that part. That's third verse?
that's a second verse.
Oh, okay, fine.
Verse 3, and it says, and wise king destroyed his
Unwise king. Yeah, unwise king. Yeah, so read that, but yeah.
unwise king destroyed his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited.
That's right. So, I've been, seeing a lot of things, and just pretty much seeing Esau run this country, especially Canada. Canada is rich in oil reserves as well. I think they said they have the third largest oil reserve, right? But they're not being able to benefit and capitalize on it, right? So what they've done is pretty much strategically maimed themselves for not being at the forefront of selling oil, man. They have the oil, but they don't have the refineries to refine the oil.
Right.
So they have to send it to America for them to sell it back to them.
That's fun.
You see what I'm saying?
It's all a fucking game.
But it's like you could build a refinery.
Yeah.
You could get
All the money that they send
Yeah.
to other countries.
yeah. You could, but they purposely want to, not build up the nation.
It's a game, bro.
It's all a fucking game. It's just to get you mad, whatever. You know what I mean? Try to show whatever the case may be. But that's Esau's an unwise king. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I don't think in our kingdom we're really gonna be using the oil like that. We're gonna find better shit. That's the blood of the earth, man.
Yeah, the earth needs to be lubricated.
That's what I'm saying. Fuck we extracting it for ours.
Well, this is like we don't. Like my speculation is people who think Nikola Tesla was like free energy from the air.
Yeah.
Just
Egyptians are doing
yeah,
that.
yeah. So
Yeah.
like, I just required trillion and earth.
Yeah.
Yeah, doing that shit. Like,
Jake was doing that in Egypt.
yeah, exactly. Like that.
As long as they're doing that in Spain. So why can't we do that here?
I think when they burned, they got rid of Nikola Tesla, took his inventions. They still have those inventions. They have all the blueprints. They have, if anything, they're making weapons based off those designs.
Yeah, right.
But they're not gonna put it in the public.
Yeah.
Right. Because that will make things better for the people. They want things just good for them. They want you guys to suffer. They don't want a society to prosper. right? Especially this one because you're trying to get rid of this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is the end of
this is the end of their
end.
thing. They're coming with the NWO. So
Yeah. They want to bankrupt America.
Yeah.
They want America to go to shit. They want it to be destroyed. They want it too. That's part of the elite's plan. They want it to be destroyed.
Yeah,
You know
there's so many things going on at the same
Yeah.
time.
what I'm saying?
That's how people are being distracted. with Certain things. There's so many shit going on behind the scenes. Get the one goal, it's the end of the goal.
I got a quick one.
It's the spirit, right? It's saying that they're gonna, they're gonna hide in their bunkers, right? They're gonna hide in the mountains.
Yeah, fine.
Davos, yeah. Really, they're probably gonna, go to Europe in the mountains in Europe, hide out in bunkers and shit.
Yeah, 100%. On my phone, it's something showing up my phone for the last month. It's like AI bunker.
Wow.
Oh shit!
You seen those?
Yeah.
I haven't seen those.
Yeah, there's like they like have a woman running and then she just go inside a tree. There's a bunker inside a tree, and she go down in there. And, yeah, like cause a lot of bunkers on my phone, man. Yeah, that's it.
I mean, I don't know what it is.
Bring on
It is? Okay. Micah 2:1, it just says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is the power of their hand.
Sure. With that, that's self-explanatory.
Yeah.
We're gonna close up. Give all glory, honor, and praises to.
Yeah, I'll go shit. Yeah, I'll try.
Say Kwame Asharala.
Kwame Asharala.
Abad with Ball. Shalom.
Shalom. I just wonder what they're doing. It's kind of strange.
Yeah, they work with the